Alright, welcome everyone to this first ride of the Honda Rebel 500. I got the opportunity to ride this one at a special event from Honda, and yeah, I'm very curious about how this bike will be. It's very small, first of all. I mean, I'm 6 feet, 183 centimeters, and this is really small, but it sits good actually. It's okay. I mean, this is particularly for small people. It's made for small people because, yeah, you can flat feed it very easy. I mean, my feet are, yeah, it's amazing. I had to go right here, I think. Okay, so I'm very curious how this bike will be, because I've ridden CB500F from 2013, back when I had a restricted license a couple years ago. And this bike has exactly the same motor. It's the same engine. It's the 478cc engine from Honda. Produces 48 horsepower, and that's perfect with the A2 license restriction there is here in Europe, that you cannot ride a bike that has more than 35 kilowatts of power. And this one has that perfect. Honda did do some changes to this engine. They made it that it has a little bit more torque in the low RPM range, and yeah, with this bike you don't care about the high speed, so that's why they changed that. And for now I do notice it actually a little bit compared to how it was riding on my old bike. The exhaust, by the way, it's quite funny. My old bike, I had to change the exhaust because it sounded like a vacuum cleaner, and with this one I'm not sure if you need to change it. I think you will, because it's cool to have a bobber style motorcycle with a nice exhaust on it. But it has some noise to it, it has some sound. I don't know if you can hear it very well with this camera microphone setup, but it sounds quite good. I will do a standstill in the end of this trip. But for now, let's see what I think of this little motorcycle. So like I said, this one is made for small people. They also have a 300cc version of this. I don't know if they sell it here in the Netherlands. I don't think they do. They only sell it in the US and abroad. But the 500 is the one you want, because that has just that little bit more power to be useful on the open road. And for now, the dash, first of all, I think it looks cool that they made it circular. Gives it a little bit of a retro look. But the background is dark. It's also quite smart, because then it makes it look like it's one whole thing. But it's a bit too dark. I mean, right now it's very sunny. Now you can read it because the sun is behind me. But when you're just normally riding around, you cannot really read it, I think. But we'll see about that. It has all the useful information, like the speed, time, how much fuel there is in there, total trip meter. What happens when I push this? Alright, trip A, trip B, total, and that's it. We don't have more, but you don't need more. Okay, I have to go straight here, I think. I have no idea, I don't live here, so I have no idea where to go. Just follow the guy said. I have no idea in what gear I'm in. Let's see. Oh, it even has a gear higher, 6 gears. Alright, that's nice. Let's go behind this one. What a noise, Mr. Big Bike. Alright, so what I think about this bike, the styling. I think they did a very good job on it. It's a bobber style motorcycle with a peanut tank, I think it's called. I'm not sure. It makes it look a bit funny, a bit quirky. They added circular mirrors to it, which do their job okay. I would fit different ones on the handlebars, because that looks way cooler on the bobber. They added a circular headlight, which is also nice. Yeah, I think they did quite a good job. I'm noticing, by the way, that the handlebar is a bit off, so I don't know if this bike was dropped, but it's a bit to the left. That doesn't matter, I ride straight. Yeah, the blinkers are a bit ugly. Those are the standard Honda blinkers. I would change those right away to something fancier with a bit of retro look to it. Yeah, I think they did quite a good job. They even added a seat for passenger, so you can bring along your girlfriend on the bike. That's nice. Don't know if you would want that because it's a 500cc engine bike. I'm already sixth. Oh, that was the same with my other bike, the CB500F. This bike has 6 gears, but somehow eventually you're looking for a 7th gear, but it's not there because you're already a 6th, the highest one. Okay, so the seating. Like I mentioned in the beginning, right away, it sits okay. You don't want to clamp your knees against the tank. I'm doing that constantly because I'm used to that, but you just need to sit here, let the air flow through your legs, and just sit comfortably. Wow. Yeah, it sits quite good. I mean, I'm big, I'm 6 feet. I think a bigger bike would be better, but I'm not cramped on this or anything. What gear am I in? Oh, this gearbox. It's so weird. I think that because this is a demo bike, the gearbox is already effed up. Okay, so yeah, the controls are okay, but the gearbox is a bit so-so. I don't know what I need to think of it. I'm actually quite okay on this bike. It's not a Harley, it's not like the Victory for my dad I rode a couple of weeks ago. That one is huge and massive, and oh, when you're gonna break it, you're afraid you're gonna block a wheel or whatever, or you pull the throttle. With this one I can just twist the throttle whatever I want. It goes, but it's not scary. I quite like that kind of riding. These buttons are ugly as hell, by the way. He's on the right. They're black, so that's at least a little bit less noticeable, but they're quite ugly. What is also a good thing about this engine, because I know a lot about this engine, I rode around on it for 1.5 years, it's that the fuel economy is very good for this one. I think I made 25 kilometers per liter, something like that, which is quite nice. So with 10 liters you can almost ride around for 250 kilometers. That's not bad, I think. But the downside of this bike particularly is the small gas tank size. I'm not sure if this gas tank is what you see is what the gas tank is. Would be cool, by the way, but I think it had only 12 liters, this one, fuel capacity. But it's a bobber style thing. You don't want to ride this for 10,000 kilometers straight on a big trip. The maintenance periods are 10,000 kilometers. Every 10,000 you have to do small, big maintenance. These mirrors, by the way, although they look cheap and weird and whatever, you can actually look behind you properly. That's something I'm not used to. I mean, I'm sitting in a normal position, straight up, not tucked in or anything, and I can see my arms a little bit, but I think it's okay, it's not bad. Still, by the way, I have no clue where I am. The guy said, yeah, just follow the road, go straight, and then at some point you can turn around and come back. Yeah, okay. When? Oh, we'll see. Also, a thing I noticed comparing to my CB500 is the suspension of this bike is actually a bit stiffer, as it seems. Yeah, because with that one you could float around, bounce a bit, and it's quite okay, it's stiff. But again, I haven't seen any potholes because the roads here are actually quite perfect. So I'm not sure how that really works when you ride around on a rough road. Like I said in my previous video, I'm considering changing my MTS7 to a different bike, and somehow this bike made it on my list. I don't know really why. I think I just like the looks of it, or that you can ride it around so easy. But somehow this bike made it. I also want to try out the Vulcan S from Kawasaki, because that one is a bit comparable to this bike, but it's just a little bit bigger. It also has a bigger engine, a bit more power, blah blah blah. It's just a tad bigger. Oh, this bike, you can have so much fun on this. I can really understand that. Forbidden access. Oh dear. Maybe I can do it shortly here. Okay, let's do it sneaky peeky. Neutral. Let it idling. Okay. So, this is the Honda Rebel 500. Looks nice. See, these are the Standard Honda blinkers I was talking about. Big fat tire up front, almost the same one in the back. The engine known from all the CB500 models. Looks quite good. Let's test the exhaust. It's not bad. It has some sound to it. That's okay. Double suspension. I think that explains why it's a bit stiffer. Yeah, it looks like a really fun bike. I don't know, guys. It's just easy. No weird stuff. Just a tank, a seat, wheels, engine, handlebars, done. No windscreen. That's something I did notice riding around. But let's go find the way back. Okay. It does have some pull. 500cc engine. And Honda did some fun stuff to it to make it pull like this. Also, I'm just riding around for 50 minutes, I think. And it's already quite, what do you call it? I'm already used to the bike. I can ride it around this corner with ease. Oh, I have to go left here. Not really. It gives confidence. That was the thing I was looking for. This bike gives you confidence. Ah, see, now I got the sun ahead of me. And it's already a bit more difficult to read the dash. I can read it with my visor open. I have quite a dark visor, as you can see. It's okay, it's readable. Honda did it a bit on purpose to make it as clean as possible, to give options for people to mod it a bit, make it custom. You could change the headlight if you want to, put some different mirrors on it, chop the back fender off, or just what was it? I think it was attached with 4 bolts, the back fender. So you could just crank those off and ta-da, you got even a better, well, more badass looking bobber. You could paint the tank easily because it's so accessible. You could do a lot of stuff to this bike very easily. That was the goal they were trying to achieve here. Also, why they made this bike is because it was missing in the family. You have the CB500F, you have the CBR500R, you have the CB500X. Those are the standard sports adventure bikes, all the same engine. They only missed the cruiser, and I think they quite nailed it actually. It's not the best in anything, this bike. Well, it is the best at being beginner friendly, for sure. But it's not the best bike in anything. I mean, the engine is not the best, because you have engines with 600ccs that are way more powerful. The styling is, well, it's okay. It's not the best, but it's okay. The fuel economy, the engine wise is okay, but the tank size is very small, so that's okay. Yeah, this bike is just okay. I heard me say it like 10 times. Okay. So yeah, if you are 6 feet or smaller, not taller, because then it will be quite cramped, this bike is actually quite good for you, I think, size wise. If you're a beginner with motorcycles and you're getting quite scared with all the big engine ones, you could try go for this one. Unfortunately, I couldn't test it on the highway, so I have no idea how that is, but right now I'm riding 80 and the wind is quite strong, but you have no windshield, so what would you expect? Maybe a small like fly screen would help a bit, like those street tracker style screens. Could be nice. Some saddlebags would be nice. I almost touched the rear wheel, I think. Oh, that was scary. Wouldn't want to lose my fingers. Yeah, so this bike is really recommendable if you're a beginner, if you're into cruisers kind of bikes. If you're not, you have the CBF, you have the R, you have the X for everybody, but it's really friendly for beginners. And if you're not a beginner, if you're experienced, I think you can still have a lot of fun on this bike, because under 100 kilometers an hour, this bike is really cool. It's fun. You can shift gears while riding around. You can be a bit of a rebel, the name, and you can really play around with this one in the city and around town. So yeah, this is my video about the Honda Rebel 500. I really enjoyed it. I really like this one. It's fun. Recommend it to everybody who is considering this. I might even buy it myself as a change for my MT-07. So that's it for now. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give me a thumbs up. As always, don't forget to subscribe for more content, because that will encourage me to deliver more and do my best and step up my game and such. Let me know what you thought of this bike, and I'll see you next time. Bye!